Hi, I'm Nalini, and this is 13 Jewels of Transformation for 2023, number 8, the full moon of August. An August full moon is typically known in the northern hemisphere as the sturgeon moon for a very big, rather fierce-looking fish. In the rest of the world, it's also known as the grain moon and has various harvest associations. It's the closest moon to the cross quarter of Lunasa, celebrated as a festival of grain, the first harvest, the first gathering in. And in the southern hemisphere, it will be the first seeding. So it's an interesting juxtaposition of what we tend to call balance. And we think of balance as a fulcrum with a board on top, or scales, or something like that. And I would suggest that this is a different kind of balance. This is an inner balance, a balance of how our energies are being utilized. So, for example, the number 9, which is 9 degrees of Aquarius for this moon, the number 9 in the Tarot is the last single digit in what they call the major arcana, meaning it's a completion of a cycle. And that card in the traditional deck is called the Hermit. It's a time of reflection. It's called that in some of the other decks, a time of going in, not to retreat from the world per se, but to retreat from all of the distractions and influences and other voices that, whether we want to admit it or not, we live by. So the Hermit, if you'll notice, the character of the Hermit, that figure, carries a lantern, signifying that we carry our own light, and that we carry our own light into this reflection. So last month's lunation went deep, deep, deep within the earth, bringing light sparkles, light filaments to various mineral and green world beings to start the activation within the elements of the planet. This is happening within the elements of our bodies as well. Our bodies are made from this world. So the number 9 is that ending of a cycle, but also the beginning of the next one. It is an introspective of where we are using our energy. How is it being ladled into the world? How do we reflect it upon ourselves? A full moon is always a reflection. So 9 Aquarius full moon will be 9 Leo sun, opposite side of the zodiac, which is all about the heart, being creative, what we love, how we express that. And so how are the reflections showing up? As absolutely a positive reflection of that, or perhaps one that's slightly filtered. Not negative, but one where some distractions may have gotten in there. So what is happening with this particular lunation is our inner distortions are melting. They are melting down, and something different, new, that's always been there, it's quite ancient, is being ignited within each of us. This is our inner wisdom, what is sometimes called the inner fire. And what we have during this month of August is a combination of elements. Aquarius is an air sign, Leo is a fire sign, but toward the end of the month, the moon moves into Pisces, we have water coming in. It's not so much about the importance of the astrological information, but about what's happening within each of us. We work with these influences in our lives. So for this month, for this particular lunation, in fact, fire quartz stepped up as the ally. And fire quartz is, like any quartz, an amplifier, an energizer. It is laced with, merged with, threaded through with hematite or iron, or sometimes coated with it. The pure form, which is what has shown up for this time, has that strength, the strength of iron coming up through it. And this stone is said to be a great balancer, which is no surprise for this time. It is the ultimate sort of cranial sacral alignment assister, bringing what we feel in our hearts more into our whole bodies, so that the mental realm, which doesn't only live in our heads, so that comes more into the realm of feeling, true intuition, true understanding. We are coming into a more mature level of comprehension with this. So fire quartz is coming in to amplify not simply what needs to be purified, that was the old cycle, but what we need to ignite and honor and respect within Gaia, within our earth, within her elements, and within ourselves, our own bodies, our own beings. This is all happening. It is most intense at what will be for me tomorrow's full moon. And then it moves into the new moon and into another full lunation toward the end of the month. This is a very intense passage. Most of the quaking and shaking will be inner. When we are confronted, whether we want to look or not, whether we are confronted with our deepest fears, what happens is we also confront our greatest desires. Are they in integrity? Are they true to what we are? What? Not who. Are they aligned? This particular full moon is an amplification of our real, true, and wise alignment, which will then begin to grow and unfold and unpack like software and sprout like trees in the green world and grow like crystals within us. So hopefully you will be able to feel these energies as they're coming in and simply move with them. There's no answer to the question, what do I do? Source is the doer. Light knows what to do. Light is intelligence. It has this. This part of you is absolutely ready and able. So are you willing to align in a completely new way as the integrity of what you are? This lunation provides us with this opportunity. I think it's amazingly exciting. I hope you do too.